do every Friday night. There's our speaker. Every Friday night, we get together in a relaxed atmosphere where we can learn from one another, build one another up. We talk about products. We talk about a lot of mindset development things. So remember, our motto is inspiration, motivation, and then navigation. We got to know where we're going. We can get motivated and inspired, but we also got to know where we're going with our navigation. So we've been talking about a lot of different products lately, and we're going to switch it up a little bit. Also, I just want to send out some shouts and some kudos to our team here at Sequoia. Guys, you guys have been doing a fantastic job. We've been seeing a lot of effort and a lot of numbers going up and a lot of productivity. And listen, I am so happy, and I'm sure Alan is happy, just to see the production of what we've been able to secure. So listen, every week I always salute each and every one of you all to keep going and to stay inspired and to keep doing what you're doing. So with that being said, I wanted to today just to really get into some more of a motivational and inspirational message, because what I've noticed is that even in our industry, sometimes we need a little gas just to keep going a little bit. We talk about product all the time. We deal with situation with clients all the time. So sometimes we're just going to take a little break, get a little inspiration so we can get back in the game. Because what we need the most, guys, what do we need the most when we're on this battlefield of sales and finance and trying to grow your business? You got to have faith. You can't do anything without having the faith to continue to keep moving on. Guys, you know, like I know, there's a struggle when growing business. There's a struggle when trying to become successful and doing these things that's necessary. But one of the things that, one of the principles, when you study the wealthy, one of the main principles that a lot of the wealthy have and they share is faith, okay? They have a faith base, and they have some type of faith to hold on to in order to make it through the turbulent times and the trying times and when you're growing and, you know, you're having growing pains. So I just want to encourage each and every one of you, not only in your business life, but in your personal life, to have faith while you're growing and while you're elevating. And so I saw and I thought it'd be fitting to have someone that I've known over the years and had the privilege of watching her grow into the woman that she is now. She's become a really strong force to be reckoned with. I've seen her grow her business. I've seen her grow in numbers. I've seen her grow and develop into this powerful woman of God. And I've listened to her speak often, and she has a lot of motivational nuggets that she typically share a lot on her pages every, I believe, almost every day or every other day. But this person I've seen just blossom, and I see how she touches the lives of so many. So I wanted to invite her to our platform where she can bless us and to talk to us about what it takes to make it, to be successful, and what does faith have to do with being successful? How does it play hand in hand? How do you tap into your faith level and your growing process? So I'm going to let her do what she does best, and I'm going to bring her on. This woman is ready and fire, and she's on fire and ready to go. Her name is Coach Jay Slaughter, and I'm so happy to see you, Coach, and I'm so happy to have you on our platform. Take your thing off of mute too, and I'm so happy to have you on our platform, and I know you're ready to rock and roll. So thank you so much, Jay, for accepting and being here. And listen, the floor is yours. Have your way.
Hello, thank you so much. Can we clap it up for Coach Mo? Can we clap it up? Wow, absolutely amazing. I am so grateful to be here. To my bro Mo, thank you so much for allowing me to be on your platform. What you are doing is so amazing, and I'm so grateful that I get to share. So welcome everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. So I just want to go ahead and get straight to it. If you guys don't know me, my name is Jay Slaughter, and I'm your #1 manifestation success coach, celebrity personal brand stylist, and also CEO of my own brand, I Am Essential, as well as I Am the Collection. And how I have gotten the name of the #1 manifestation success coach, it was because of May 30th, actually, it's about to come up, May 30th, 2011, I was sitting at work and my boss had came over and said something to me that was racist. So I had to make a decision. Either I was going to snap on him and lose my flight benefits, or I was going to go to the washroom and calm myself down. So when I went to the bathroom, because I wanted to keep my flight benefits, I said, you know what? I looked in the mirror and I said, well, you know what? I am beautiful. I am worth more than this. I am not what he just said, but I am an entrepreneur. I am successful. I am intelligent. I just kept on saying, I am, I am, I am. So midpoint from me walking out of the washroom back to my office, God literally spoke to me and said, I want you to create a collection called I Am. And it's not to speak to where you are, but it's to speak to where you're going. And I'm not trying to, put my beliefs on anybody. Whoever you serve as your God, that's totally up to you. But I know for a higher power and God, for him to say that to me, I knew that it was a big deal. And the reason why I knew that it was a big deal is because at that time, you all, I don't know if anybody has ever been like me. I had negative $450 in my bank account. I was living downtown Chicago. I was driving a BMW, but I had negative $450 in my bank account. I was living above my means because I always, I always knew that there was more for me, but I didn't know how to get more. So at this time, when you're talking about 2011, you didn't have all the coaches like you do now. You don't have a coach like you do me, like you do, Mo. You don't have coaches like I'm sure yourself, right? Back then in 2011, at least I didn't know. So the first thing that I did when he spoke to me, I was like, okay, what do I do now? You're telling me to create a collection called I Am, and I'm not. I don't have the money. I don't feel like I have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. I don't know what entrepreneurship looks like. What does it look like to be an entrepreneur in 2011? I didn't know. So at that time, I called my brother, who was the marketing director at Nike at the time. He was the marketing director at Nike. Lakeith Taylor, shout out to him. And he was like, okay, sis, this is the first thing you're going to do. The first thing you're going to do is start with the t-shirt collection, because most people can identify with t-shirts. They wear t-shirts, but if you put something on empowerment as the t-shirt, then they're definitely going to love it. So I came out with my own t-shirt collection. Mind you, negative $450 in my bank account. This is May. And then I launched in October. And in October, when I launched in May, 3 months later, 90 days later, I made my first 6 figures. In 90 days, I made 6 figures in 90 days, right? From a t-shirt collection. Now, 9 months before, I had negative $450 in my bank account. You talk about 9 months later, now I'm doing over 6 figures because I had, number one, faith to believe. Like, we're talking about faith, right? I had to now, when he told me to create that, I had to now believe, okay, whether you believe it or not, you're going to have to do it because he said it. Listen, let's go. Let's do it. So I called my brother. We did the business plan. And that's why a lot of entrepreneurs fail at. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Proper preparation plus opportunity equals success. I'm going to say that again. Proper preparation plus opportunity equals success. So how was I able to go from negative $450 and now I have 6 figures in my bank account? Proper preparation plus opportunity made me successful. How did I become successful? Because I only told 5 people about what was told to me. See, a lot of times when we have a vision, we have dreams. How many of y'all have a vision right now? Raise your about show of hands. You have vision, you have a dream, and it's manifested May. It's manifest. Let me see y'all drop some. I need to see y'all drop some fire in the chat. If you're ready to manifest all your dreams, your goals, and your desires, and you saying enough is enough, I need you to drop some fire in the chat and say, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I need you to drop the fire. The fire lets me know that you are with me, right? So whenever I say something and you feeling it, all I need to see is the fire. That let me know you are with me. me. Okay, Alicia, I see you. Okay, Romo, I see you. I see you, Natalie. I see you. I may not pronounce y'all name right, but I see y'all dropping the fire. So for me, enough was enough in 2011. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of living above my means and not having the finances to support my lifestyle that I wanted for myself. Something that I know that is my birthright. I'm supposed to be above. I'm not supposed to be beneath. I'm not supposed to be struggling. None of you on here should be struggling. So we all have dreams, right? We all have goals and we all have desires, but we need to know how to get from the dream, the goal, and the desire to the manifestation of the dream, the goal, and the desire. So what did I do? I only told 5 people. See, a lot of times when we have dreams, goals, and the desires, we want to go tell our mother, we want to go tell our brother, we want to go tell our friend, we want to go tell the world. And guess what? Everybody don't need to know at that time. Because if the people that can, if you tell the people and they cannot help you with the dream, sometimes it could be it could be people that are not consciously, but subconsciously hating or don't want to see you get further than them. You just never know. And sometimes those people are in your family. Sometimes those people are in your friend circle. You just never know. So what did I do? I told 5 people. Now, who did I tell? I told my pastor at the time was Pastor John Hanna. I told my brother, that was 2. I told a potential investor, him and his wife, that's 4. And then I told a mentor, that's 5, right? So I had 5 people that I knew that can help me. My brother, we created the business plan immediately. Okay, tell me what you want. He already knew how to do that. So all I had to do was tell him my ideas. He crafted the business plan. He crafted a proposal. He was like, I think you need to do this. I think you should also license your brand. Because I Am wasn't big like it was now, like it is now. Everybody is I Am. But think about in 2011, nobody was doing I Am. Right? So think about this, right? You have a dream, you have a goal, you have a desire. How many people are doing it? And even if they are doing it, can they do it like you? Can they do it like you? Can they make the impact that you are going to make? So I did it. We wrote the business plan. We submitted it. I submitted it to my pastor. Now, at this time, we had 20,000 members. Proper preparation. I didn't come to my pastor just because I knew him and say, hey, can you give me a hookup? Can you hook me up? And, broadcast my t-shirt line to the Congress. I didn't do it. I submitted a professional business plan to him. And I said, here is what I'm thinking. Let me know your thoughts. He prayed over it. He let me know his thoughts. And guess what? 20,000 members later, everybody's rocking I Am New Life shirts. You're talking about 20,000 people going from negative $450 in my bank account to now over 20,000 plus people, because that was just 20,000 people that we had here in Chicago. You're not talking about the people that were watching online that were also ordering. Right? So I had to have the faith to say, brother, okay, listen, I need you to help me to do this. But not only have faith without works is dead. You gotta have a little bit more than faith. You gotta have a little bit more than belief. Belief is only gonna get you so far. It is very important. But what I want to talk to you all about is your principles, your processes, and your patterns. Because that's what's gonna get you the success. Your principles, your processes, and your pattern. Now, where do I get all of that from? From the mind, right? Whatever you think about right now with deep emotion constantly will suddenly appear. You ever said to yourself, oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm broke. I'm this. Have you ever been thinking about something and that thought became a thing? How many of y'all did that before? How many times have you thought about something and that thought actually became a thing? So why can't success be the same way? If the negative thing became a thing, then why can't my money become that? If I'm thinking I'm sick and then I become sick, then why can't I think that I'm successful and I become successful? It's because principles, patterns, and your processes, right? So where does all 3 of those lie? All 3 lie in your mind. There's 3 parts to your mind. There's the unconscious. The unconscious part of our mind is when we are sleeping at night. So some of you all, when you get off here, you're going to relax, you're going to chill, but later on, you're going to go to sleep. That's the unconscious part of your mind, right? There is also a subconscious part to your mind as well. It's three parts to your mind. So it's the unconscious, it's the subconscious, and it's the conscious, right? So the subconscious is where all of your patterns are, where all of your beliefs are, where I know for me, for a personal story is every time that my dad would cheat on my mom, he would go and get her flowers. So in her subconscious mind, every time that my dad brought her flowers, that means he cheated. Now, does flowers represent somebody cheating on you, or are flowers flowers? Flowers are flowers, right? But in her mind, in her subconscious mind, based off of what has happened to her, based off patterns, that's what she thought. She thought flowers meant somebody hurt her, somebody cheated. So a lot of times when me and my sister would want to get her flowers, she wouldn't accept it because in her mind, flowers meant cheating. What are some of the thoughts that you think in your mind that has been stopping you from manifesting your dreams, your goals, and your desires? Okay, so we're looking at the conscious mind, the unconscious mind when you're sleeping. You're looking at the subconscious mind is where the patterns are, right? You ever been driving and you ever been on the phone, but you know how to get home? It's your subconscious that's showing you, that's steering you. You know how to get home without even thinking about it with your conscious mind, because that's where your patterns are. So your principles, your patterns, your processes, your system all lie within this mind. And this is the thing that stops most people from manifesting their dreams, their goals, and their desires. So what did I do? I had to change my mind. I had to change my mind. And a lot of times when you really truly want to change your mind, you have to get around people who have the mindset, the mentor. That's what I needed, the mentor. You got to get around people who have the mindset of where you want to go, meaning the principles, the patterns, the processes. You got to get around them, because if you stay around the people that you've been staying around and you have not manifested your dreams, your goals, and your desires, guess what? You will never manifest. You won't never manifest it. So it's principles, it's processes that we can also say it's practices, and it's also our patterns. When you think about who on here, let me ask you guys a question, because I like interaction, right? Feel free to talk back to me. Who on here has a morning routine? And if you don't mind, share what's your morning routine.
Got a morning routine.
I do.
Okay, what's your morning routine, Mom?
I do.
I get coffee. I go into meditation with my wife and I. We talk about the day. We give God glory every morning, and we manifest on how we manifest on how God has been good to us, and we just talk about things, and then we talk about what this week is going to lie. What lies ahead. So we sit out back. I've got water in my backyard, so we sit out there and we look at the doves and all that type of stuff and just meditate.
Okay. That's good. Good. So would you say environment also plays a part in what you manifest to?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I like that. Who else on here? Let me take two more people. Who else has a morning routine? And what is your morning?
Andre.
Andre. Hey, Andre. Let me swipe
Hey,
over.
how
Let
you
me
doing?
see if I can see
Okay.
you. Okay. Hey, Andre. Okay. What's your morning routine?
Wake up 6:45. Wake my grandbaby up. Get her ready. Take her to school. Come back. Feed the dogs. Once I get through doing all that, I sit down and I pray myself and get my schedule together. How many people I'm gonna contact?
I like that. That's good. That's good. How many people you gonna contact for your business?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I like that. Okay. One more person. One more person. Any ladies in here? Let me hear from the ladies.
I'll go.
Hi, Alicia. Okay. Let
Hi,
me
how are
hear you.
you? So
Hi.
my morning routine is that I wake up at 6 a.m. 7 days a week. 7 o'clock, I'm showering, getting ready. Of course, I drink coffee that I shouldn't. Of course, I pray, ask God to go before me, prosper me more in my business, help me to understand. And then I focus on my business all day long, finding out, looking at who I can contact, follow up, review previous trainings, things of that nature. I mean, everything is Sequoia. Everything, my life is all Sequoia. So even my children know that. So they, so.
Sequoia, Sequoia. I love that. I love that. Okay, that's awesome. Thank y'all so much. You can still drop it in the chat. The one thing that I did not hear a lot of people say is they work out.
Oh, yeah.
Do you realize how important your health is to your wealth and how the two go hand in hand together? Like, it's good. Your morning routines are so good, right? I love the fact that you guys get up, you guys talk to God, you guys get the children ready. I love all of what you said, but can we implement also? Because this is going with principles, practices, and patterns. Because as we're manifesting success, right? We got to have, excuse me, that's my dogs, y'all. Sorry about that. As we're manifesting success, we also have to have the body. We also have to have the health that's going to keep us successful. Do y'all agree or not? Like, we also have to be fit. We got to be fit physically. We got to be fit emotionally. We got to be fit financially. We got to be fit in every area of your life. So I just want you guys to also add, my workout is at lunch. Okay. Yes. I also want y'all to add just a little bit of physical exercise. A little bit of physical exercise. Because when you look good and you feel good, it's going to help you manifest so fast, right? I'm telling you, I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Yes, I was able to hit 6 figures in my first 90 days of my t-shirt business, but I was also able to hit 6 figures in my health and wellness company. In my health and wellness company, I was able to do 6 figures in 90 days. Why? Because these practices, these principles, and these patterns have always been a part of my life, right? So I want you guys to also add, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I want you guys to add that as well, okay? So we're talking about principles, practices, and patterns, okay? So if you don't have a morning routine, please, if you don't have a morning routine, make sure you get a morning routine. One of the books that I would recommend to everybody is Miracle Mornings. This is where CEOs are done working by 8 a.m. These are multi-million. Y'all, how many people ever read Miracle Mornings? This is what helped me shape my life. How many people ever read, if you ever read Miracle Mornings, drop it in the chat. Miracle Mornings is about to change y'all life for sure, okay? Miracle Mornings is teaching you about how to have that morning routine that will help you to manifest your dreams, your goals, and your desires. And how these millionaires, right? They got Miracle Morning for moms, Miracle Morning entrepreneurs, Miracle Morning for men. They got so many different series, but the main Miracle Morning is the one where it shows you how entrepreneurs are done working by 8 a.m. Because while the rest of the world is sleeping, we should be up working. We should be like, I love the fact that some of y'all say, I get up at 6 a.m. Me, I get up at 5 a.m. I'm up at 5 a.m. In my morning routine, the first thing I'm going to do is talk to God. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be listening to either an audio book, a Bible. I'm going to be listening while getting ready to go to the gym to work out. Once I get done working out, I get dressed, and now I'm ready for my day. I have a little breakfast, and then I'm ready for my day. Now I'm ready to manifest all my dreams, my goals, and my desires. But also environment matters. So now we're talking about principles, practices, and patterns. Okay, if I'm not where I'm supposed to be, I got to look at myself. I got to take a circumspective look. Yep, out walking 4:30 a.m. 5. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's perfect, because on your walks, doing your exercise, you can definitely hear clear. You're by yourself. I'm sure you're not going to have your children, or even if you're with your spouse, that's totally fine. But at least you have that time by yourself while you're working out. You're building your muscle. You're building momentum. You're building all of these things, right? You're doing it. And now, once you get done working out, okay, I'm about to go right. I know exactly what I'm going to do because I can't plan my day the same day. I got to plan my day. I got to plan my week. I got to plan my month, right? Remember, proper preparation plus opportunity equals success. So I'm already knowing what I'm going to do today. I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm already knowing exactly what I'm going to do because of my principles, my practices, and my patterns, which was my practices are my process. Okay. So say if you're saying to yourself, well, man, maybe I need to relook and think about my principles, my practices, and my patterns. How am I going to do it? The first step you're going to do is you're going to transform your mind. How do you transform your mind? What you're going to do is not allow the culture that we live in to dictate how you should live, but be the example of how they should live. So when you are transforming your mind, whatever it is that you know has been stopping you from manifesting your dreams, your goals, and your desires, I need you to address it. So whether it's been family, whether it's been finances, whether it's been friends, whether it's been foes, I need you to look that thing in the mirror, whether it's been overeating, whether it's been whatever it is. I don't know what your goals is, right? We all want success, but we all want success in different areas. But only you know, the thing that has been stopping you truly. So I want you to have a real conversation with yourself today. After we get off of this Zoom, I want you to have a real conversation. And I want you to write down the top 3 things that has been stopping me from reaching my sales goal, that has been stopping me from doing what I need to do with my children, that has been stopping me from getting that car I want, getting that house I want. What is the top 3 things that every single year I come back to, every single month I come back to? Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So obviously, there are some principles, there are some patterns, and there are some practices that you have been doing consistently that has been stopping you from reaching that next level. And every level requires more discipline. Every level requires more consistency. Every level requires more principles, more practices, more patterns. I'm driving my dream car, a Mercedes Benz, because of my principles, because of my patterns, because of my practices. I just got my dream home, and I'm moving in tomorrow. That's why I was like, oh my God, hey. So y'all please forgive me for that, because normally I'm on top of it. But I told him I just got my place yesterday. So I'm like moving. That's why all of this stuff is going on. So I just manifested. And Mo, you were on, Coach Mo, you was on my manifestation morning, 2 Mondays ago, right? When I said this is manifestation May, and I'm manifesting some things, and I'm gonna fast and I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna get it, right? This was one of the things that I wanted to manifest. Wow. Because whatever you think about with deep emotions, I applied, everybody, on Monday and got the approval on Wednesday. Wow. Where they do that at? I'm talking about I'm manifesting at a very high rate. Why? Because my practices, my principles, my patterns. I am the top seller at my company. If you guys don't know, I'm an influencer. I'm an influencer with health and wellness. I'm also an influencer in the beauty industry as well. So I have my own brands. I have my own things that I'm doing. I am the top seller in less than 90 days. I have taken the company from making $1,000 a month to my second month. The company is made $10,000 to week 2. We're already at $20,000. In the 3rd month, we have already made $20,000 in less than 14 days. Why? Because principles, patterns, practices, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation plus opportunity equals success. So there is nothing that you want that you can't get. Because guess what? Can I shock y'all with something? Y'all want some truth? Y'all want to be real? Y'all want me to be real?
Yeah.
Y'all want some truth, right?
Yep.
Everything you want, you have it right now.
It's good. That's right.
Everything you want, whether good, bad, or ugly, you have it right now. So if you are not where you want to be and you desire to be somewhere else, you desire to be top salesperson, you desire to hit new ranks, hit new goals, drive this, do this, be this, become a better friend, become a better husband, become a better wife. Guess what? You can do it just like you did the thing you're doing right now. It's mindset. Whatever you think about with deep emotion will suddenly appear because of your principles,
Right.
your practices, and your patterns. So not only you gonna think your way there, but now you gotta execute. Because it's one thing to think it, but now you gotta put it to work. There's a plan, there is a goal, right? Okay, but what am I gonna do with that? You can have dreams, you can have goals, you can have desires, but what is your plan? How are you going to execute it? Do you have an execution plan? Do you have a business plan? I don't care if you are in sales. I don't even care if you're in network marketing. I don't care if you are just basic career, entrepreneurship, whatever it is, you need an execution plan. You have to have an execution plan. You have a goal and you have a plan on how you're going to execute that goal. And then once you have that plan on how you're going to execute that goal, then you need to duplicate yourself. So just like you had the goal, just like you had the plan, now I need to look at how am I going to duplicate myself? How I'm going to duplicate my goal? Because we want more, right? We want more success, but how am I going to duplicate this? I am a top earner in my network marketing company, Total Life Changes. That's how me and my bro Mo met. I'm a top income earner. That's why I was able to do 6 figures in 90 days. How was I able to do it? I got around mentors, the #1 highest paid income earner, Coach Stormy Wellington. Shout out to my coach, Coach Stormy Wellington, making over $50 million in network marketing. How was I able to? Because I got around her. She trained me. She coached me. Some of the things that I'm telling you all now is what she trained me and she coached me to do. So I was able to hit 6 figures in 90 days during a pandemic. I was able to do over $250,000 just this past 90 days. All because of what? The mind. Subconscious, unconscious, and conscious. But what lies there? The principles, the patterns, the practices, which are the processes. So I just wanted to come on here and encourage somebody because I've been where you are. I've been where you are. And some of you guys may be even further than where I am. I'm just an example of what's possible for you. Not only do you need to have the belief, but you got to do the execution. And then you got to count up the cost. Count up the cost. It's the last thing I'm going to say. You got to count up the cost. In order for you to build a house, right, Mo? You work with a lot of real estate people, right? You work with right? Don't you got to, in order to invest in a real estate property, right? Don't you got to count up the cost of how much you need to invest? You got to think about credit. What else you got to think about, Mo? Tell us, what else you got to think about? When you want to buy it?
Closing costs, you got to think about development, you got to think about insurance, you got to think about all of those things. Yeah.
You got to think about everything. So why aren't we thinking about all of those things when it comes to our business, when it comes to our dreams, when it comes to our goals, when it comes to our desires?
Yep.
So not only do we got to think about it, we got to remove ourselves from the old way of thinking, old patterns, old practices, old principles. We got to now write new vision. We got to write our goals, our dreams, and our desires down. Now we got to put a plan to that. But then we got to count up the costs. What is it going to cost me to market myself? What is it going to cost me to advertise? What is it going to cost me to build this business? What is it going to cost me to be this better person? What is it going to cost me to show up and be who I'm promising the world that I'm going to be every single day, which is my purpose? Who do I need to become to make my first million? Am I the first millionaire in my family? Do I have any examples in my family? Do I have any examples in my friend? What are they doing on a day-to-day that I'm not doing?
Right.
What are they listening to on a day-to-day that I'm not listening to? What are their principles? What are their beliefs? What are their systems? What are their practices? What are their pattern that helps them to manifest their purpose? So not only do you gotta transform your mind, you gotta have the plan, but then you gotta have you gotta write the vision and you gotta make it plain, but then you gotta execute it. Then you gotta count up the cost. How much is it gonna cost me to do this? And then where am I gonna get the money from? So all of these things you have to think about. I'm addressing the reason why I was struggling. I was in a cycle every single year is because I grew up from that cycle. Every single year, my family would move. Every single year, we're moving to a new place. Every year, my mom would move us from one place to the next, to the next. So I had no stability. My foundation was not stable. So what do? I broke myself from that unstable environment, that instability in my life, and I moved out on my own. And I created my own life, what I wanted to see for my life. It doesn't matter what my mom did. It doesn't matter what my family did. I know what I wanted. I wanted stability. I wanted to drive a Mercedes Benz. I want to live in a penthouse. So all of those things, I had to count up the cost. Who's gonna pay the bills? You can't just drive a Benz for free. You can't live in a penthouse for free. So I gotta count up the cost. First, I had to believe that I could be driving a Mercedes. Second, I had to believe that I could live in a penthouse. I had to believe these things, but then I had to write a plan.
Right.
You write the plan, and now I got to execute. I got to sell. That's right, Rebecca to it too. I got to sell some. I got to sell some TLC. I got to make some sales, so I can afford this lifestyle that I want. So I had to address that thing that had always been stopping me from manifesting my dreams, my goals, and my desires. And a lot of times, the things that stop us don't even come from us. It comes from our parental lineage. It comes from what our parents told us, what our parents showed us, what our friends show us, right? So now it's time. I've said all I need to say. You count up the cost. Now it's time to manifest. It's manifested May. It's manifested May. So now it's time to manifest your dreams, your goals, and your desires. Because a lot of y'all don't need no more information. I'm sure y'all get information on a day-to-day. You listen to podcasts, you got an amazing coach, you're an amazing network. You don't need no more information. You need execution. You need to get up and you need to do something different. If you want something different, you need to get up and do something different. You don't need no more motivational talks. You don't need no more inspiration. You don't need to listen to another podcast. You need to get up and get to work. That's all you need. And that's what I had to do. I just had to get up and I had to get to work. Because at the end of the day, nobody gonna manifest that life for me, Jason, but me. Ain't nobody gonna manifest that life for me, Alan, but me. Alicia, nobody's gonna manifest that life for me, but me. Of course, God is with me at all times. This is a Jesus and Jay thing every day, all day, right? But I wrote the vision. I made it plain. I'm not about to sit and wait for anybody to come and work my vision for me. It's not their vision. It's my vision. So guess what? You got to get up. Don't wake up 30 minutes, an hour earlier than you used to wake up. Then you woke up today. Challenge yourself. Tomorrow is Saturday. I know tomorrow, Saturday, we like to sleep in a little bit, but I challenge everybody to wake up at least 30 to 40 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour tomorrow. And do something that your future self would thank you for. Do something different. Because you keep doing the same thing, right? If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and then you don't get to that goal, that means something has to change. And the change has to be within you. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're lacking in one area, you slacking in one area, or you're successful in one area and you're great in one area, you'll be that in other areas. So I'm challenging everybody. Gerald White, I'm challenging you. Alan, I'm challenging you. Alicia, I'm challenging you. Rob, I'm challenging you. Dean, I'm challenging you. Jason, I'm challenging you. Beanie, I'm challenging you. Kaya, I'm challenging everybody on this call. Coach Mo, I'm challenging you. Andre, I'm challenging you. Zeke, I'm Dave, everybody on this call, I'm challenging you. You want something different? And how you show up on these calls, let me tell you something that my coach told me. She said, how you show up on Zoom and how you show up on these calls says a lot about you. It shows how serious you are. And people could be working, you could be taking care of your children. I get all of that. But when it's time for something that is important, that can change your life, and your coach is on, you need to be on camera, your pen, your paper. Every time your coach say something, you need to write it down. I don't care if he laughed, I don't care if he sneezed, I don't care if he tell a joke, write it down. Because you're trying to get to where he is. Never been there, can't tell been there how to get there, because they ain't never been there. But for somebody who has been there, who are where you're trying to get to, you better write it down. And stay hungry. Get to work, stay passionate. Stay focused though. Get rid of all these side attractions. These distractions, you know, they don't mean you any good. Distractions and side attract, all of that, get with somebody who's gonna help you stay focused. If you are not a self-starter, start hanging out. Get accountability. Do y'all have accountability partners on here?
Yeah.
Do you guys have accountability partners?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay, yeah. Get some accountability. In one area that you're slacking in, get somebody who's good at it.
Right.
And that's how I grew, y'all. If I know I'm not good with finances, I'm gonna go and get with my bro. If I know I'm not good with writing business plans, I got with my bro. Whatever I lack in, I go and find it. And I pay. Lisa Nichols was my speaking coach. I pay her over $20,000 to teach me how to be a six-figure speaker. And now people pay me to speak. Okay, so I said all that to say, listen, the situation you are in, if you don't desire, because some of y'all, maybe you guys are where you desire to be, right? Maybe you are, and this talk is going in one ear and out the other. But I don't know about you all. I still got some more manifesting to do, and May ain't over with. 2024 is just getting started for me. I don't know about y'all, but it's still manifesting May. I still got some goals that I need to hit. I still got some millions that I need to make. I still got some things that I need to manifest. And I'm just looking for somebody on this call that will drop some fire and let me know if you are with me. If you are with me, if you know you got some goals that you need to reach and you know that there's some things that you want to manifest, I need you to begin to drop some fire and let me know I'm not in this thing by myself. Because like-minded people hang out. I like to be in a room with people who ready to go, who ready to get to work, who ready to transform their mind, who ready to take it to another. I don't care if you just made $1 million today. That's not enough. Go make $2 million tomorrow. Go make $3 million next week. It's never enough. Always be taking your principles, your patterns, and your practices, which is your processes, to another level.
Right.
And then coach somebody else, mentor somebody else to do it. And that's how you know you got it. Because if you don't have a successor, how successful are you? If nobody, and I'm closing with this, I'm turning back over to you, bro. If nobody can say, and I want you to think about this too, as you're writing everything else down. If nobody can say, as a result of being connected to you, I became something, your work has not begun yet. If somebody cannot say, as a result of being around you, as a result of talking to you, I have become successful in this area. And every success is just not monetary. It's not just monetary. But if somebody has not said to you, as a result of me being connected to you, as a result of me being in alignment with you, I have became better, then your work has not begun yet. So these are the last steps that I want to tell you of how, and it's 7. 7 steps, this is for manifestation. This is the end. Alignment. Alignment with God, your higher power, whoever your God is. Alignment with God is number 1. Alignment with oneself. That's that self-development, that personal development. Number 3, you have to align with a mentor or a coach, somebody that is 10 to 20 steps further than you. They are where you desire to be. Number 4, you need to align yourself with a tribe of people that you can also mentor. So as your mentor is pouring into you, as your God is pouring into you, as you pour into yourself, you need to pour into somebody. So you need your own tribe out there. Then number 5 is you got to become a product of the product. We sell products on here. We sell services on here,
Yes,
right? I know. So are we a product of the product?
absolutely.
That's right. So we got to be a product of the product. If we're going to sell something, we got to be the first partakers of it. So that's number 5. You got to be a product of the product. Number 6, give more than what is required. Serve. See how you could serve your mentors. See how you could serve your coaches. See how you could serve in different areas. You can either serve your way to the top or pay your way to the top.
Right.
And then the last one, always wake up and throughout your day have the spirit of gratitude. Be thankful, be grateful for where you are, and even more grateful for where you're about to go. Because it is time to manifest all your dreams, your goals, and your desires. So your girl, Coach J Slaughter here, #1 manifestation success coach, CEO of my own brand. I am the collection celebrity, a brand stylist, and I'm so happy to have had this opportunity to speak to some multi-billionaires on here. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for talking back to me, and thank you for allowing me to speak to you. I'm so grateful. To you, Mo, thank you so much for the opportunity. I do not take it lightly. I don't take it for granted, but I just want to thank you and I celebrate you. And I'm sure this will not be my last time seeing y'all. So thank you all so much, Jill. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so
Very
much.
good. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you're
you so much.
welcome.
Jay, listen, we want to thank you so much for that message. Principle, process, and patterns. This is definitely key components to success and having faith to succeed. Speak those things as though it already is. Take the negative out of your mouth. This coach just said, you know, that I'll try, I'm pending, I'm almost. No, those are all curse words. Those are all words that's detrimental to your growth. So it's mindset. So you have to have the development, as coach just said, you know, you are already it. You're already there. You have the power in your hand already. And we have a wonderful platform, a wonderful company with the Sequoia team and the Sequoia company. Yes, we have opportunities out of this world, not only for ourselves, but to help so many other people. So I wanted to bring just Coach Slaughter on here just to inspire us. And you did a wonderful job. You executed properly, and you did exactly what I wanted you to share with the people. So I want each and every one of you all to hopefully you took notes and you know you really wrote down what she said and you take it to heart. When you begin your day, get your day ready. You know, stop thinking about all the negative things that happened the day before. Stop worrying about all the negative activity of the people that surround you. Make sure you're in a positive circle. You're getting positive injections every morning. These are the things this is why we come into the office. This is why we keep our community uplifted, because we want to make sure that you're able to climb through these hurdles, and you're encouraged to climb through them, and you will continue to keep going. So with that being said, listen, faith to have the process, the faith to succeed is a process. Having faith to succeed is a pattern, and having faith to succeed is definitely the #1 principle that you should have. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Coach Slaughter? I want you to ask your questions right now. If you got any remarks, if we want to just say some encouraging words to her. Let's give her some energy back.
I would like to say something, please.
Sure. Hey, Alicia.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on. I feel like this was really meant for me. People may not understand, but I'm always looking for room to grow and, self-improvement. I do a lot, but I know God, I always said this, last year was the year of alignment. This is the year of alignment. And God will speak through people to speak to you. So, I'm never ashamed to say I need more improvement. I'm not because I'm only human, and I'm always looking for self-reflection. I always looking like, okay, what did I do this day? What didn't get done? What can I do better? So I appreciate this. I really do. You said a mouthful, really.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes,
I'm happy I said
you're
something that,
welcome.
thank you.
Yes, you're
Anybody,
welcome.
anybody else? Alan, anybody has anything else to say before we end this call?
Thank you, Jill. I see your comments. Thank y'all so much.
Let me jump in. Miss Jal, thank you so much. And you inspire me. You rekindle my dream. So
Wow.
now I think about what am I going to do when I grow up. So in my life, there are many, many moments that in my life that I get up in the morning or I looked at myself, I ask myself, what am I going to do when I grow up? And I still remember vividly the first time that I asked myself this question was when I was working in Lockheed Martin and I was an engineer, and day in and day out, every day I stuck in that traffic. Every day I stuck in that traffic. I asked myself, what am I going to do when I grow up? When am I going to get out of this rat race? And finally, at that moment, I still remember I was driving my CRV, a CRX. It's a Honda CRX, driving on the BW Parkway. Sorry, GW Parkway, George Washington Parkway. I go to work every single day driving that road. Every single morning going to work. Every single night coming back from job. I just stuck in that traffic. I ask myself, what am I going to do when I get up? I mean, what am I going to do when I grow up? So again, this is the moment for me to rethink again. And we have been working so hard along with Moji and everybody in Sequoia. And sometimes when you got your heads into something so deep and you all of a sudden you forgot about what you're trying to do. So now I'm so thankful that you're on this platform today, that you actually rekindle my dream and remind me again, what am I going to do when I grow up? So again, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, so listen, we're gonna
Wow,
go.
thank you. Thank you so much, Alan. I
Let
appreciate
me
it.
just say a lot of great stuff. I think you said it all, but I appreciate it. Definitely motivational, great message. So thanks for being here this week. It's awesome.
Thank you.
And I just want to thank you from Hawaii. My name is Kaya. I could relate to so many things that you did. Thank you so much. I second the motion with Alan. Rekindle is the word for me.
Good.
Wow,
I got-
thank you.
I have one thing, Andre. Stay in the fight. So all I can say is stay in the fight. I had an opportunity to go down to get a phone from Social Security place down there where Woodville. It was outside. This lady was giving away phones, and it was actually on the other side of the tracks. And I went to church down there, and I ran into two members of our church, and we got to talking. And the young lady said, Pastor trying to build a church. I said, nah, is he? And she said, yeah. And so anyway, I gave her my information. He contacted me, and that's all I got to say. Stay in the fight. God is good.
That's
Thank you.
right.
Thank you, Andre. Okay, guys, listen, you guys know that we have trainings on every Wednesday. Okay, we got opportunity call on Monday at 8 p.m. Trainings is every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Also, on this Thursday begins our sales training. Going forward, every Thursday at 8 p.m., it will be dedicated sales training. This week, we're going to be going over our CRM system and making sure that everybody's implemented into the system and the lead system and the tracking system. So it's important that everybody on this call be on the training on this Thursday so you can be added to the system. And then on Friday, we're gonna be training on our new product, which will be the Platinum Advantage program that we have. Okay, so you guys stay in tune and stay in touch. Thank you once again, Jay. If anybody wants to stay off the call, you guys know we have the after hours where you can stay around and shoot the breeze a little bit. But other than that, we're gonna go ahead and end this call. And just remember that I'm gonna see each and every one of you at the top. Salute.